Okay, we're on the northeast corner of the structure. I'm going to walk down the north wall heading west. This is the bathroom. Our windows are double pane, vinyl frame. The rain gutters do not discharge water far enough away. I do not know why the builders lay the blocks out backwards. They just like to have that conversation. I had one young, enthusiastic builder tell me that when the water comes out on these blocks, then it broadcasted, it swooshes up and kind of makes like a fountain, kind of fans the water out over the area. No, you don't have enough area. You can see where your neighbor's yard starts. You don't have enough area to carry the water far enough away from the house, from your property. So the solution is an underground rain gutter distribution. Underground piping should be taking water out towards the street. That's the solution. Now right here, you can tell that we've got parge coat. See these? Okay, I'm all over the place. Looks like somebody opened the wall up right there. Looks like somebody opened the wall up right there. Okay, looks like somebody opened the wall up right there. The code inspector required that those be opened so that they could come back and make sure that the drainage plane behind the wall is not filled with slag and debris and stuff. So really the answer, I hate to say it, but the answer is to take this underground to an underground drainage system. Oh, now this is a parge coat. This is a slab foundation, a monolithic slab foundation. A parge coat, let me get around here, but a parge coat is decorative. Like it was really rough here, so they just put some cake frosting right there. So just put some cake frosting right there. That's called a parge coat. But we'll talk about it later. Okay? This rain gutter tilts down the wrong direction away from this. This rain gutter tilts down the wrong direction from this rain gutter directly on it. Nice protective gear, no mask. Look at he's even wearing goggles. No mask, no goggles. How about that? These faux shutters, okay, have been stained on the fronts and sides, but they have not been stained on their tops. They have been stained on their bottoms. Water is going to come in on the top. Water is going to come in on the tops of those faux shutters and cause them to hold water, cause them to become distorted, cause them to rot prematurely. A tree shouldn't be any closer than 25 feet to a slab foundation. And I believe if you look around this neighborhood, you're going to find that every house has 2 trees, plus one on a corner. 3 trees in their front yard that are too close. That's probably a homeowners association thing. You probably won't be able to do much about it. Over here, we're missing a little bit of sealant. Just a little bit of sealant right there. And then we come into the garage. Okay, I was kind of seeing what that kick out was about. We got a whole video about the plumbing. I got a short video about this grading and drainage. So you should have already seen this video in the grading and drainage section. On the south side of the house. So that's our electric meter, main principal, condensing unit, water heater, which is very hard to open and has been decommissioned today. Coming along here, we've seen a good example of our attic ventilation system. I said a good representation. Where's the air intake? Huh. I'm not seeing any air intake. But I'm seeing all the exhaust up there at the top. I'm not seeing any air intake. Huh. Right around here we have high soil. This is the primary bedroom, and this is the southeast corner. Again, water's too close. And now I'm seeing continuous soffit vents, perforated continuous soffit vents. Then I'm seeing that right there. Okay, that is a soffitless air intake vent. And it's higher than the soffit vents, which I'm not seeing much of. And I'm seeing that. That's the only ventless air intake vent that I've noticed on this structure. And therefore, structures that were designed and built without soffits, and as a way to bring air intake into a soffitless structure. This structure has a soffit. We've got soffit vents all on the back side. Again, that's the only thing I can imagine is the soffits were already installed, and the engineer said you need this much more. Not the engineer, the code inspector or somebody said you need this much. I'm making this up. You need this much more air intake to match and to your exhaust system. And but that's a mixed system. You're not supposed to have two different types of air intake systems. One, this one's questionable because it's for a structure that was designed differently, so I've got questions about that. Two, you're not supposed to have mixed air intake. Even if that was okay, we should have those around the house and not the continuous one or the other. But you're not supposed to have mixed soffit ventilation installation. Over here, that is our fresh air intake for a tight house. This is a tight house. It's our fresh air intake. And in this part of the country, we have screens on ours. They're required in this part of the country. In other parts of the country, they have different requirements, but we're not there. We're here. And what am I going to do? There we go. That's what I'm going to do. Here's a pro tip. A lot of people will install their televisions, okay, because that's east and that's south, so that'd be a good place. And the plug is high, and then put a television on this wall. If the GFCI trips, you want to be able to make sure that you can get behind here and reset it. And you want to talk to if you have a grill, you want to talk, you want to reach out, you want to get the instructions to see what the grill manufacturer's instructions are about grilling under a cover. Okay? Some of them don't have a problem with it, some of them do. The retaining wall, since this one is continuous, it might be a community issue. Okay? A HOA, Homeowners Association issue. If it's not, the retaining wall, I'm not doing surveys, I'm not a surveyor. The retaining wall is usually whoever's responsible for the retaining wall is the person whose property is being retained. So it might be that it's your neighbor's responsibility. And then, third strike and you're out, it might be your responsibility. Now about this retaining wall, if the retaining wall is more than twice its height away from a structure, it should have no immediate effect on foundation performance. It's beyond the scope of this inspection. So this retaining wall could fall down and it wouldn't affect your foundation. Maybe ever, unless the situation digressed so that you had drainage issues or something. No, see, no more soffit-less vents. No more soffit-less vents.